Hello, my friends, and welcome to something I just wanted to share with you because this was what I was doing last night. And being that it was a two-night event, it was a free event over at the Music Center over in East LA. This is called Night Games, and it was a 2-day event. By the time I put this up, it'll be like Sunday morning. But I wanted to show this to you because I wanted to share this because it was different. You see, being that it was at the Music Center and, Indiecade, this was the event that was happening at the Jerry Moss Plaza. Now, mind you, it was something totally different. I did not expect everything to be like so vast and so beautiful that technically what I saw there last night was it was a beautiful thing. It was a great turnout. There were a lot of people, mostly couples and families. They showed up for this event. I don't know how big it was, but it was pretty big enough. So it says here, step into the ultimate gaming event at Night Games, a weekend where the world of indie games takes center stage under the stars. Compete in action-packed multiplayer games, perfect your solo strategies, or simply enjoy the excitement as players go head-to-head in gameplay. This one-of-a-kind experience brings gaming enthusiasts together for a celebration of creative gameplay and the innovative spirit of independent developers. Join us for an unforgettable night filled with immersive gaming experiences, competition, and discovery. Night Games is a collaboration between the Music Center and Indiecade. So these were the selections that were actually there, and I did take part in some of them. The 3 games I actually did take part of, I think it was 3 games. It might have been 2. It was 2. It was 2. Anything else, I was just basically walking around because it was busy. It was packed. So the first one was 100 League Live. It's somewhat reminiscent to, say, Jackbox, but it was a lot more fun because it was basically better than Jackbox. From what they say, it was a live game show. Technically, it was just like this, and it was by Strange Outfit. And let me tell you something about this. It was really fun. So this coming from them. 100 League, like Trivia Night, but better. Looking for the ultimate interactive experience to bring people together? We got you covered. Our expert team is ready to take your event to the next level, creating memorable experiences and a fun atmosphere that's built to strengthen connections. And that's what it really did. That's what it really was. It really was like that. They can accommodate from 4 to 4,000. They have custom questions based on your favorite topics, variable dynamics, be it co-op or a collab. It could be either co-op, collab, or competition. Versatility and access. You go in person, online, or hybrid. Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing. Flexible duration, which they go from 10 minutes to 2 hours. Branded challenges, lightning rounds to bring your thing to life. So it really was, enjoyable. I was there. I can tell you, I was there, and it was like, it was possibly better than, say, anything from Jackbox. And even better than, say, Cards Against Humanity. I mean, you actually had fun it was enjoyable. So it was like, the thing was, you either shared a box with 4 buttons, and either you had a box of your own, or if you're with a partner, you shared a box. And basically, it was like, just as it was, like it was like a lightning round of questions, or technically something more like, say, if not that, it was basically like, match as fast as you can, put this in order, or the right answer. So most of the time when I was checking everything out, I noticed that it was really like that. I was like, oh, ooh, nice. Okay, so another game I was playing, for the most part. I mean, I only played 2, so the second one I played was Wizard's Warehouse: The Magic of Retail. And this is by Mike Saul. Sorry. Either Mike Solé or Saul. I'm a puzzle and game designer based out of Los Angeles. I build games for arcades, amusement parks, and the occasional mobile phone. I'm also co-founder of Coin Crew Games. So, it really was just a night of basically showing off everything that indie gamers that you don't know about showed off and showed out. And the one game he was showing off was Wizard, the Wizard game I just said, Wizard's Warehouse. It really was fun because you're basically using barcode scanners. So it's like whatever that was on screen, you basically had to do the following. Like, you basically had to scan it, and you get points for scanning it because you're basically playing as a merchant. You have to make sure. Oh, hey, you have to be fast on it. And it's only like, and this is like 6 years old. It was actually pretty good, for a game that was 6 years old, self-published. This is what basically, if you're going to be an indie game dev, I hate to pull up Payday 2, but you got to go all in or don't do it at all. And basically, this guy with Wizard's Warehouse, that was enjoyable. Really, really enjoyable. I'm not seeing Stolen Impressions, but I'm pretty sure Wizard's Warehouse, that was fun. I can tell you that right now. Wizard's Warehouse was fun. It was enjoyable. It was fast. It was frenzied. It was really enjoyable. Okay. Another one that I was looking at that basically I got glued to is this one in which it's on Steam, not to mention the fact that it's on Switch, but it's called... Yeah, it's just that. It's basically this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's done by Super Evil Megacore. And basically, it's just what you saw in the video. It's that. It is fun. It is frantic. It has all 4 turtles. You can play. I mean, literally, it was like this. It was basically all couch co-op. Like, all the games that were there were basically, mostly, if not... Well, this was couch co-op. Chambara was couch co-op. Plunder Panic was couch co-op. I found out what Higher Than the Stars is just by looking at it. It didn't really get anything. Jungle Gym was sort of like playing Octodad, except much more enjoyable. Back Off Me Booty is basically what you see. It's basically done by the team. Back Off Me Booty. And it's basically what it really is, a competitive seesaw shooter in which Ying and ye mate must protect your booty from pesky landlubbers. Arr! Technically, yeah. I mean, that's just saying you're basically breaking out of the box of how, you want interactivity with a video game should be. Because the entire time, from when I was watching, the seesaw was the controller. It's like it takes two people, because you're basically aiming your shot by just leaning in and just like letting go. Like you're on a seesaw. You're just leaning in and letting go. Lean in, let go. Down, up. That's all you're doing. Up, down. Basically that's what you were doing, and it's like, oh, how to recharge? Stand up. Fire. Sit down. It's like playing Time Crisis. I swear, it was really, really. It was really fun though. I mean, you can actually play it. I mean, I might consider. I don't think I'm going to install it though. From what I'm seeing about this, yeah, no, I think I'll pass on it. Because I feel like if you're really going to enjoy this, you really have to experience it for yourself. And that is one game that, I could say that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Let me see. The Apple Avenue Detective Agency. So this one I've never heard of. And it says so here. Let's see what they didn't say anything about this, but I'm pretty sure it was something important, but it wasn't as important as, all the other games. But I'm pretty sure it's like it might have been something, but it was probably like a skit or something. I don't know. Mr. Mischief. Another game I was looking at, I saw and like pass by. This one is called Chambara, and it is a local multiplayer stealth deathmatch game with only two colors, allowing players to seemingly camouflage themselves with the environment. This empowers players to sneak, search, and ambush each other in dramatic, stylish duels. And yes, you can actually get this on Steam, the Humble Store, itch.io, and even the PlayStation Store. I'm gonna have to say, I mean, if it suits your taste, if you really like something like deathmatch style games, this is a nice spin on it. But for me, it's okay. Now this one that I was looking at, I mean, these were the next three games I was looking at. Starting with this one, Plunder Panic. I put this on. But you know what? It basically is like this. Let's just show it out, shall we?
Ahoy, mateys! I be Swabby. Are ye ready to plunder? Plunder Panic is a swashbuckling action arcade game for up to 12 players.
12 players.
A plunderin can have up to 6 mates per ship composed of you land lubbers or computer AI. Ye can play with your friends and enemies in the same room, or ye can play across the information super seaway. There be many ways to win, and ye can liven up each match with unique game modes, modifiers, and different islands to compete upon. In the end, only one crew will prevail, and the other will be sent to the depths of Deadly Jones' locker.
It really was like that, though.
So gather ye crew, get your sea legs, and prepare to plunder.
Yeah, it really was like that. No, I'm serious. It was that enjoyable. It's like, from what I saw, it's like at least 8 people were playing, so it's like, if you're playing with 12, it's gonna be like if you're playing with 8 people or 4 people. 4 would be human with well, if it's like 12 people, 4 human on each side and 4 AI control. So yeah, that would be 12. Aside from that, that was pretty fun. I mean, I can't say no to that. It really did bring out so much of the kid from most of the adults I've seen do. And mind you, if I had gone tonight, I wouldn't have been back until say 11 o'clock or later. Because like I said, it was 2 days. So, you know, it's like, oh, I figured I might as well do something for my weekend. And, you know, instead of just me just going to, you know, just going to deal with whatever I usually do on the weekends. Plus, like, I gotta make my weekends count for something, you know? I'm also having noodles. So, I'm just making sure I eat something. Not because I have to eat something, but, you know, it's been a long day for me. I'm kind of like, I passed out after I came back home. This one. Jungle Gym. Jungle Gym is like playing co-op. And they did show off Ragball, Beatdown, Rug Face, and Turtle Tag. So really, they did show off all these games in one go. Turtle Tag was basically like playing kicks or Volfeed. You know, it basically was like that, except you were playing with a ball, and the more you basically, you know, circled the ball, like you can't see it with my mouse, but it's like you're basically circling the ball. The more you had in your possession, and the more you circled it, the more points you got just by having it in your possession, just by the color, you know. This one, as many people as were coming to it, they were like basically 4 people. This you couldn't play with 4 people. Frog Race, like Frog Race, but whatever. Beatdown, I saw just a hint of this, so it was just funny, just seeing that, because it's like, oh, it's supposed to be a wrestling match. Sure, whatever you say. Ragball, like I said, it was kind of funny. So it's like playing Octodad, but, you know, like much more controlled. But yeah, they did an excellent job. I mean, they had a lot of people just coming over here. I mean, coming over, like a good amount of people. like if I were to say, if I counted, like maybe 30 or so people showed up to their little spot, and it was pretty fun. I can't say no to that. Another one I was looking at, and it was all in pretty much the same area, because this was in one part, this was in another part, so they were like behind one another. So it's like Jungle Gym was on one side, Plunder Panic was on the other. Scan It Planet is basically just that, Scan It Planet. It's a top-down alternative controller game where you are a tiny astronaut exploring an extraterrestrial microbiome. Scan physical objects such as a pin or sticky notes that will appear in the game space to navigate and collect creatures, and avoid environmental hazards. Get creative with scanned objects to create interesting shapes and paths. Now, how does this work? When players scan objects using the printer, the scanned image is uploaded to the Unity game through a local Python web server that handles computer vision. Once scanned, our objects are now able to be walked on in-game. Players can rearrange or add more objects and rescan for endless possibilities to beat levels. And to find out more about that, well, you go to this site. But it was rather funny. Our number one playtester. Of course, the cat would be the number one playtester. So yeah, they were going through everything as far as what you had to do. You could actually use your hand, and they did show that off. Ooh, skee ball. Sorry. Yeah, if you really want to check this out, you can find it on YouTube. They do have a YouTube channel. Scan It Planet. But it was rather fun. And of course, the cat was there. Basically doing what the cat is supposed to do. Technically supervised. But it was rather fun, Now, I didn't play it, of course, but I saw it. And it was funny. It's like you can make a stage with anything. That's what's fun. You can make a stage with anything. Like you can have a sticky note. You can do this, or, whatever. But the most important thing is you were having fun with the game. You were being creative with the game. You basically like, okay, this is what you do. Okay, another game that they did highlight was Sloppy Forgeries. And yeah, this is on Steam. Even or not, this is on Steam. Sloppy Forgeries is a fast, competitive painting game. Each round, a famous painting from art history is revealed. Race to copy the painting as quickly and accurately as possible using your mouse and a few simple paint tools. Accuracy is calculated by a pixel-by-pixel comparison of your painted reproduction and the original. And yeah, they did show that off, and it was rather funny. You basically just try to make the best facsimile you can from what you see here. All these from these paintings, And it was rather fun because a lot of people were, just like, what the hell? It was basically, what the hell? It really was fun, though. Let's see, another game I was looking at. I already said something about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This game, basically, it is what it is. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Groundhog Day. What happens when you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Groundhog Day? You get Splintered Fate. that's basically what it is. And I think what I did was, um, I checked it out on a site in which I got a couple of games for myself. Some I did show off on Facebook. Maybe if I didn't do it enough I'll probably post it on Twitter. I'm not sure. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter Fate, that brought in a lot of people. Be it adults or kids, families and couples alike, they were right there. And sitting right across from that game was Chambara. So, it's like, for those who like co-op, it really was couch co-op. That's what I saw. It's basically they had all these couches set up, so it was really couch co-op. And it really was a random co-op. It was beautiful. It was just basically just a local random co-op of different characters, different people, it's like it brought together those who were gamers and non-gamers and and families and couples and people like me. Basically, for the most part, I was an onlooker, but still, I have to say I enjoyed that. Another game that I was passing through last night was Space Chat. Looks like FTL. So Space Chat was basically like a mix between Among Us and FTL. Because it just like, or it might not be like Among Us, but I think it was like Among Us. I'm not sure. But yeah, that game was really like that. From what I saw, it was basically just that. Who did it? It was basically who done it, who did it. And if you did, you get thrown in the brick. That's all it was. Sync Live, that was weird. I never did get into it. But instead of just going to there, it says Sync Live is a live action cooperation game that uses simple rules, wearable technology, and intriguing game challenge to prime groups for connection and creative problem solving. Our technology is the first to measure collective movement in human groups with real-time feedback. The system tracks players' positions and calculates group coherence using a landmark algorithm. Much better than YouTube. Art and Science, a multidisciplinary project created and directed by artist Hilary Leon in collaboration with research students at Imperial College London, Queen Mary University of London, and University of Sussex, and an ever-widening global network of contributors. Research. Neuroscientists are using Sync Live to study collective behavior. The research is already yielding insights about the social benefits of shared experience, physical synchrony, and play. Rise above it. Sync Live offers a hopeful way forward in these divided times, a visceral first-person experience of self-organization, and a thrilling demonstration of collective human potential. Bring Sync Live to your community. Yeah, that I'm not sure about that one. Because if that's what it was, oh, good lord, look at this. Imagine, if you will, that's what's going on. Yeah, I'm going to say, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry, I'm good. Are you going to show this tonight? If you're not, you think about it. You're not going to show it. Okay then. For the most part, 10-star games. But I think that's everything I need to show because, like I said, for the most part, I went as an onlooker. And plus, on top of that, they do this every year. This is the cool part about it. They do this every year. At the Music Center. And it's right by, it's on the east side of town. And that was my first time going up there, so I am looking forward to coming up there next year. But hopefully they will have it at a different time. Because around 6 o'clock to 10, kind of crazy. And plus, on top of that, well, it gets cold. So think about it. You go up there, it gets cold as I don't know what. Even they have these little heaters, but those little heaters were no match for that biting cold that was out there. I mean, we're talking, when I was out there, we're talking about 50 some odd degrees. It was like 60 degrees, but you forget when you're in California, you don't take in that hidden 10 degrees. So let's say, like right now, what I'm looking at is 54 degrees, and you out there in East LA, put that 10 to the test, you got less than that. So it's like it's you versus something biting cold. Because when it gets cold in California, after hours, especially around this time of year, no. I don't want to be out there when it's cold, when it gets biting cold. So wherever I am, I'm going back. And that's what I did. I actually came back around, say, about 10 o'clock. By the time they were closing up shop, I was gone. Because I only stayed up there for about 2 hours. That was enough for me, 2 hours. Because all I did was I just basically walked around, played a few games. For the most part, I enjoyed myself. That was the most important thing. I enjoyed myself. And that's what it's really all about. I mean, I saw the fact that there are still people out there who want to have a good time, want to play a game. And even those are non-gamers, they can be brought in to be gamers. They can be casual gamers, not hardcore. They can actually enjoy themselves. They can enjoy their company. They can be part of something. And it's a beautiful thing. And I, for one, as a gamer myself, it basically makes what I do worthwhile. I like to enjoy the game. I like to experience the game, regardless of what other people say about it. Let me try it. Let me give it a smell test. If it's good enough for me to make more than one video, that's proof enough. I mean, you've seen my channel. You know how long I've been doing this. I've been promoting gamer awareness for quite some time, ever since I've been doing fan translations. I mean, presenting fan translations, but not, doing actual fan translation. But actually showing off, oh, hey, there's more to it than this. There's more to it than that. There's more than just what you already know. There's more than just your Resident Evil, your Parasite Eve, your Mario, your Metroid, your God of War. There's a lot more out there than what you don't already know. But there's a lot more out there that you don't know. And they don't have to be big names. And that's the beautiful thing about Night Games. It was a free event, and you didn't really have to do much except just show up, show out, and enjoy yourself. And that's what I did. I enjoyed myself wholeheartedly. So yeah, this was brought to us by musiccenter.org. Like I said, it was a free event that was 2 days. And that is how I spent my time for the last couple hours. That's how I spent my time last Friday, I should say. And it was an enjoyable experience. So, I just had to share that. Until next time, until whatever the hell I'm doing, most likely it's going to be another LP of sorts. Well, I'll see you next time with more great content. Until then, take care.